So phase 2 is almost over here with only a couple days and hours left right now on the VN server. So I didn't consider just waiting until then, but I still have a bit left of the Panacea event that I wanted to get done before that happens.
I have prevailed.
Alright, sleep. Hmm.
Let's spar and see who's the better warrior.
The last needs some more finished, so that's not a bad choice. Oh, fun. Also because I want the letters, you know. This looks different now. Now it says story instead of Imperium. Oh. Handbook. Lots of new stuff coming. The new heroes though I'm most interested in Pandora. I hope that I'll be able. Well, I haven't exactly saved up. Who knows? But I can do this.
You chose the wrong path.
For the divine light! There, good girl.
River.
A perfect dance.
Actually, I can wait with that. Now the last, I think, at least the last episode of this event will cause. That is. Oh. Mm. Alright. I guess I'll take a look at that once I done this. Hello there, Sarah. Any news? You've really been working hard. Not really. You've done a great job. The clinic's name is everywhere now. Even though I only done it for a few days here and there. Thanks to you, the self-proclaimed heroes and adventurers who were driving the guards up the wall have finally gone quiet. And with your treatments, even the inefficiency caused by constant reworks and endless delays is finally getting fixed. Ravian asked me to thank you too. A bunch of people who couldn't cope with their new roles are finally finding their footing. That's why I brought Sarah here, to thank you properly, face to face. You worked just as hard. Well, it wasn't all that exhausting, just confusing sometimes. To be honest, the hardest thing is telling who's actually sick and who's just being dramatic. Take the ones dreaming of life on the surface. Some really do just want to move up there. Same with chronic procrastinators. Half of them were like that before this even started. Well, that's kind of how it is with like disorders and such, that a lot of them are just like normal traits taken up to extremes. I feel the same. The difference is really just how extreme their symptoms get. But then, what even counts as extreme? All we can do is treat people who can't function anymore. Like those poor souls falling in and out of love every 5 minutes. I can't tell if it's heartbreak or just hormones. That's just you being inflexible, Indris. I've been sick myself, you know. Yeah, I heard. Getting you great at what you do, but you're not even in a sale, so how did you get sick? And it seems to come in waves. Everyone gets sick around the same time, and then they all recover together. I kept thinking about it while we were with the kids. Daltonians never had these kind of strange illnesses before, right? Yes, I never seen anything like them in the commoners district. Then why now? Why are we suddenly dealing with all this? Maybe it's the recent upheavals. After all, most Ysel aren't exactly built for emotional resilience. But even redacted can fall ill, and you, Idris, being in a sale, how are you still fine? Maybe it's the environment. Let's go investigate. You think the environment is to blame? But we lived here forever. Still, if you got a theory, I'm all for it. I'll go with you and help investigate. I can't be gone too long. I'll stay here and hold down the fort. If any patients come by, I'll take their names. Indris is covering the front desk? Redacted. We'd better make this quick then. The low altitude and lack of sunlight could be affecting people in ways we didn't expect. Let's start by checking how living this depth affects the body. At this depth affects the body. Next, we'll check how much light there is down here and what kind of effect it's having on people. This spot should do for a quick lightning test. You run the test and take in the readings. So you really think this underground life is starting to affect people mentally? To be honest, when the ceiling feels like it's pressing down on me, I get a little irritable too. Can't say for sure. We've been living here for generations without problems like this. Something must have changed. As you're chatting, a sudden cloud of spores wafts by. Sarah starts coughing and frantically tries to brush them off. Spores again. No one's been maintaining this area. Now mushrooms are sprouting everywhere. Mushroom spores? Yeah, mushrooms grow like crazy if you don't keep an eye on them. They get huge and dump spores all over the place. Makes it hard to breathe. And if they really get out of hand, the guards sometimes have to intervene. Some of those mushroom monsters literally shoot spores from their bodies. Like that one over there. For real? Alright, gear up. Let's fight.
I have prevailed.
I'm filling a report when I get back. Ravian and Indris need to send a cleanup crew out here. What a mess. Too much going on, too few hands to deal with it. No wonder the fungi are throwing a party. Are the spores toxic? Not all of them. Some mess with your head, some are mildly poisonous. Most just make it hard to breathe. Still, people with weaker bodies have had serious reactions, coughing, sneezing fits, almost suffocating. I see, that makes sense. You're suggesting these illnesses might be caused not just by the underground living, but also by spores in the air? Come to think of it, after the queen died, the gods have been stretched thin. No one's had time to clean up the mushrooms or the monsters. Those spores are constantly floating around. Even the ones that don't make you hallucinate still mess with your breathing and get on your nerves. Combine that with the panic and chaos in the city, and you got the perfect recipe for emotional mayhem. Now it all makes sense. You should get back and report this to Indris. Actually, there's more. I come up with a potion idea. Potion? Really? But this isn't even a real illness. After investigation, you finally understood the real cause behind this strange outbreak. And with your experience patching up half the city, a new idea begins to take shape in your mind. No need for strict recipes. Just toss in whatever herb you got, adjust the dose and timing by instinct, and you'll end up with something useful. It might not be the strongest cure around, but it should work on just about anything and anyone. And on a lucky day, it might even come out extra potent and fix everything in one go. You learn the recipes for average aid and universal panacea. Oh, I see. Yeah. That explains everything. Light, depth, spores. Everything adds up. Time to report to Indris. We're back. Everything's still under control at the clinic. You figure out the cause. You share your findings with Indris and Sarah. Because of Soltorian's tight spaces and lack of sunlight, the assailed down here are often more emotionally sensitive than those surface-dwelling wilders. And lately, with everything going haywire, the guards have been too busy to clean up all the mushrooms and their floating spores. Those spores have been messing with the air quality, just enough to make people extra moody and short-tempered. Combine that with constant uncertainty and public anxiety, and you got yourself a citywide emotional breakdown. All these overlapping problems finally boiled over and turned everyday stress into full-blown mystery illnesses. As for why you got sick too, well, that likely has to do with changes in your exposure to light. Ah, that explains why we never heard about dwarf miners having this kind of problem. Compared to the assail, dwarves are tougher, cheerier, and definitely less sensitive. So, when Ramion slacks off, do we call that an illness, or is that just who he is? I guess he's just permanently ill. That guy's a mystery on a good day. But seriously, how come Indris is completely fine? Even I felt the effects. He's as mentally tough as a dwarf. So there we have it. That's why the Sword of Helter chose him, because it mistook him for an actual dwarf. It all makes sense now. Can't argue with that. So, what do we do now? Just clear out all the spores? Alright, redacted. Didn't you say you came up with new potions? Check these out. You explain your new potion recipes to Indris and Sarah. They act as a catch-all remedy that helps with pretty much any condition and makes treatment a lot easier. That's great. With this, we can keep the number of cases under control. Maybe now we can go a whole day without chasing down a dozen self-declared heroes. I'll have the guards clean up all the mushrooms and spores. and get Ravian to pull some extra shifts to keep order in the city. If the city calms down, people should start feeling better too, right? Less stress, fewer symptoms. Yes. Yep. Let's tackle this from all sides and help everyone get back to normal. Health always comes first, no matter what. Let's do our best. Case report to all citizens of Soltorin. Following an investigation by Magister Redacted, recent public health issues have been linked to elevated spore levels. Heightened anxiety and stress may also cause the unusual symptoms. Here's what you can do. Keep rooms well ventilated. Spend more time in open areas. Avoid areas with high spore levels. The guards will soon begin cleanup operation in the Green Calf Valley, and spore will grow to improve air quality. No need to panic, stay calm. If you're feeling unwell, visit the clinic anytime. Soltorin Guards. Hey, quest complete. Real cause. You identify the cause of the mysterious symptoms spreading in Soltorin and crafted potions to address them. You believe the cell would soon recover. Something big is coming. You know what I mean. The Soltorin shake-up? That mess runs deep. Shh, keep it down, Magister. You don't see them? Over in those bushes? Yes. Eyes watching us. I came to give you a heads up. Stop helping the guards. You don't want to get caught in the middle of the political brawls. Diagnosis: paranoia. Next patient. Tch, young and reckless. You think your job's simple? In Soltorin, even the shallow end is full of sharks. Need the corpse over? Ha! That was just the warm-up. There's worse coming. With the Queen gone, Ravian and Idris are locked in a cold war, recruiting, maneuvering, waiting. One spark, and it's all going up in flames. First, Idris's foot on the surface. Now folks on the ground keep falling sick. Connect the dots. Come on, think real hard. You'll see what I see. Yeah, we already figured that out, so... But please do go on. If I told you more... well, those who get it. And those who don't, let's keep it that way. Safer for both of us. If you say so. Oops, I talk too much. They'll come after me next. I gotta disappear for a while and lay low. Would encourage elixir help? No. Psh. Just one that I use this on, or is there something specific? This seems the only one that could fit. There is a specific one for this, so let's try it. Nope. So let's try this then. It's a bit boring if there is anything specific for it. But okay. I guess it's just random stuff. I hate. I feel so calm all of a sudden. Weird flavor, that potion. Hey, no side effects so far. Kinda calms the nerves, actually. Feeling better? Does you get it? Get it? What I'm saying is, well, I'm not sure, actually. Alright, fine. I might have blown things out of proportion. Things change too fast. In just days, my colleagues lost their titles, their jobs. Everything turned upside down. Even though the dust has settled, I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Can't shake the fear. But, maybe you're right. With those new policies in place, things do feel calmer in Saltorin. Maybe the worst really is over. Maybe, under those two's leadership, we'll finally get peace. No more bloodshed, just normal life. That was the perfect cure. You soothed his nerves and cleared out a few Saltorin rumors while you were at it. Ravian owes you a bonus for sure. Is there any other patients? Oh, there is. Peasant, I hereby permit you to treat this young master. Hello there. Peasant, be grateful. I am bestowing upon you the great honor of treating me. Hey, why aren't you bowing? Why aren't you on your knees? That's not right. Everyone else used to. Whatever. I'll let that slide. Just hurry up and check my back. Is it just your back that hurts? I guess my neck, and maybe my arms too. If I knew exactly where, I wouldn't be here, would I? You slowly move your gaze away from the proud patient who insists on holding his head high, despite his back being painfully stiff. Yeah, this one's beyond saving. Next. Hey, don't you brush me off like that. I'm a noble. This is serious. It's a noble back syndrome. I wasn't like this before I became a noble. My back was fine until I started practicing the noble posture recently. Noble back syndrome is a real thing, and only nobles get it. It's like a status symbol. My new noble friends told me so. They always smile when they see me. They're clearly impressed by my refined stance. Yeah, no doubt about it. But my back really does hurt. I mean, I like being nobility and all, but ow! Can you just fix it already? Hmm. Why did I get that one this time? Oh. Actually, my back is gone. It doesn't hurt anymore. My back feels loose and my arms can move again, but now, I don't know. I feel kind of sad. Happy now, young master? Don't call me that. Not anymore. Though it wasn't some fancy noble illness. This plain old neck issue. That posture wasn't noble. It was just wrong. They were making fun of me. I wanted so badly to be one of them. Stop being the poor kid who gets picked on. So I imitated them, and that's what made me the joke. I thought acting like that would make me happy, but it didn't. It just hurt in every way. Mom and Dad were right all along. I think I'll go home and take some time to think about this. Thanks for the medicine, and sorry for being rude earlier. You got the diagnosis exactly right. Well done. You didn't just fix a stiff back, you set a young heart back on the right path. After receiving your treatment, many patients change their views on corruption. Maybe becoming a Sin one isn't such a bad fate after all. Anyway, thank you for your outstanding contribution to both population control and the mental well-being of Zoltorin. Conclusion. Can I see another healer? Someone else requesting? Yes, this server is kinda dead. Just that I'm suffering from a neck problem, not some so-called disease of affluence. Maybe I was being paranoid. Yeah, maybe.
I have prevailed. I have prevailed.
One, two. Oh, that's wrong. One, two. Oh, that's wrong.
I shall cleanse Salthorin of all shadows.
Sure you shall. Anyway, oh. Evie arrives as an envoy, bringing Cammy and Shippy with her to meet up with you. You welcome them at the shore, and she passes along Savannah's decision. That's interesting. Let's return in moonlight after dawn. So yeah, it's connected to that, it seems. But as interesting as that seems, I am a bit tired now. I think it's probably better to save it for later when I'm less tired, so that you know, I'll do a bit better then, probably. So yeah, I think that's about it for tonight. So good night.